Hello, welcome. I'm Carolyn, your host, and welcome to Weekly Minis, your bite-sized workshop on the hottest acro topics. You can reference all of our previous Weekly Minis and more amazing content on the Acrobatic Arts channel on YouTube. If you have questions, drop them in the comments and we'll do our best to get those answered for you. And if you know someone who should hear about today's topic, be a friend and tag them on the post right now and let them know we're here. Today, we present a brand new weekly mini workshop featuring Master Teacher and Aerial Arts Division Manager, Meaghan Wegg. At the National Circus School in Montreal, Meaghan underwent training in aerial hoop and contortion. She went on to become a prominent performer with Cirque du Soleil, as well as the Seven Fingers, showcasing her skills on a global scale. Meaghan is the division manager for aerial arts and a huge part of our acrobatic arts community, and we are lucky to have her here with us as she takes immense pleasure in imparting her knowledge and spreading positivity. So this was pre-recorded, so let's cue up this presentation and welcome Meaghan.
Thanks again for having us. We're so excited to teach acro and hoop combined. A lot of questions that teachers have been asking is it possible to do hoop? And yes, it is, especially if you're training acrobatic arts full time. And so that's why we've duplicated the system, and we want you guys to know that acro can be easily transferred from the ground to the air. So we're going to focus on 3 fundamental skills today and show you how they can be translated from the ground to the air with a few variations. So I'm going to start with a bridge. So Eva, can you come on and move back a little bit, please? And we're going to just remind you our down to bridge. So arms forward and go up and open back down to your bridge. And then from there, Eva, let's go into a back chest roll. Here and roll. Very nice. Thank you. So we're going to focus on a bridge in the hoop, and then we're going to go into a Z and then tummy drop. Next, we're going to have our scorpion. So let's go over and just remember what our scorpion is standing. So we have our scorpion evolution, which is your baby scorpion, your quarter scorpion, your half scorpion, all the way up to your full scorpion. So Thea, can you come on to the stage, please, and show me just your full scorpion with your bent leg for now. So we're going to grab and focus on just a scorpion here. Very nice. And come down. Good. Thank you. And then we'll show you how that can be a variation in the hoop. Next, let's have Maya. We're going to work just on a chest stand, and I'll show you some aerial classical positions. So Maya will go on the ground, and we'll have you just do a chest stand up and then come down. Very nice. Thank you. So now let's bring the hoop down into the space, and I'm going to talk to you about variations with those 3 acro skills that we just showed you. First, starting with our bridge. So Eva, can you come on the hoop, please? And just give yourself a little spin so we can see all angles. Take a seat. Now I'd like you to go up into your bridge. So everyone, to do our bridge, if you haven't done our syllabus yet, you attach both knees, you slowly slide your hands down, and you push into your shoulders, just like you would for a bridge. So now you're upside down, hanging in a bridge. Now a variation of this is a Z position. So it's a closed shoulder bridge. So just put your arms straight there, Eva. And this is really good for beginners and those who don't have the shoulder range of motion for flexibility to really push into their bridge. Now I'm going to do a third variation, which is our melt down to tummy or tummy drop. So she's going to put her heel up top and she's going to go slowly into a melt. And then there's the finale pose of it. Very nice. So Eva, can you do it one more time, please? And I won't stop you. So you can go bridge to Z, to all the way up to tummy drop. Thank you. And do the variation. Beautiful bridge. Very good. And down to tummy drop. Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you, Eva. So we have bridge into Z into our tummy drop, which was a variation of a bridge to elbows to chest roll or a back chest roll. Next, we're gonna have Maya. She's gonna come and I'm gonna get her to work on just a classic position. When I was training contortion at the National Circus School, our Russian coach called a chest stand a classic position, and it was just very generic. And then from there, we would work variations with our classic position. So I decided to choose the title of this next skill, an aerial classic. And from there, you go on your hip flexors and you lean forward and you bring your legs all the way up. And then you're imitating a chest stand, but you're using your range of motion from your hips and your shoulders. So Maya, can you come to the hoop, please? Thank you. Now give yourself a little spin so we can see all angles. And then I'm going to get you to go, just push and do a little turn. Thank you. Now start down. So the way to get into this is you're going to lean, lift your body up into a bird pose. Now lift your arms up a little higher so they can be straight. Then lean forward, and I'm going to get you to put one foot in at a time so we can see that one foot can go at a time. Sometimes we put our arms too high or they need to be lower just to get that nice back bend. Very nice. So that's our aerial classic position, and it's just from our hip flexors and our shoulders. Now, Maya, can you do one with a variation, please? So I'm going to get you to put one knee on the hoop, give yourself a little spin, and then you're going to lean forward and reach one leg up. And now we're in a classic with one leg stag into a stretch split, and hold it so we can see in the front with a smile. Thank you. And then you can come out of it. Very nice. And so there's a variation from our chest stand. Thank you, Maya. Now let's have Thea come and show some variations of a scorpion. So Thea, can you come to the hoop and show me a back balance? Give yourself a slight spin so we can see all angles, please. A little spin with a back balance. Now progressing from primary, we go all the way to our back balance straddle, and you're going to put your one foot up top, and she's going to balance it, feeling comfortable with the pressure into her back. Then she's going to grab her leg with her hand and perform a scorpion. And you can go to your range of motion. You don't have to do a double grab. You can do one hand, and there's our beautiful scorpion. Very nice. Now recover. Now, Thea, let's add a variation. So let's do your scorpion bridge. So you're going to give yourself a spin before you get on, and then you're going to do your bridge scorpion. Okay, so put one knee on, please. Give yourself a tiny spin and push up. Now we're going to go into a bridge, what you saw Eva already had done. Now instead, she's going to remove one leg. So this is in our higher levels, and she's going to get her arms ready for her bridge and push into her shoulder stretch with her legs doing a scorpion through her arms, which is very gorgeous. Thank you. And then you're going to come out of it, attach your knee, and then come down. Very good. Thank you, Thea. So those are the three skills that I wanted to talk about today: bridge, scorpion, and chest stand. Bringing them off the ground and putting them in the air to do bridge variation, bridge to Z to tummy drop, scorpion standing and scorpion in a bridge, and then a classic position with a variation. And I wanted to let everyone know that if you haven't done hoop yet, and you're an acro studio, even if you're a dance studio, you can bring anything that you're training on the ground and putting them in the air. That's how I personally used to choreograph my routines. I would choreograph an acro dance routine on the ground, and then I would bring it in the air.
That is it's beautiful. It is so beautiful to watch. But I love seeing that articulation of also both skill sets, so complementary. What they do on the floor, upside down, and then taking that onto the hoop. It's a lovely illustration of how that works so seamlessly, and how one skill really. You have to tell me, Meaghan, do you see that at your studio with your students? Like, it must complement other skill sets too, like there are other forms of dance like ballet and jazz, contemporary. Like, it must all work together so beautifully.
Yeah, it's so much knowledge for students to have to understand. And I like to use the word, we work our upside down brain in every aspects. To elongate in ballet with the bar And then to elongate upside down, hanging on your knees is completely different. You're using different things, but it's the same thing you're doing. So that's why ballet, acro, and aerial are a super good combination together to understand that fusion together. And posture and alignment is the easiest thing to explain to people who don't even understand aerial at all. Basically sitting on a hoop and elongating and balancing that way. It's just beautiful to be able to blend them all together.
Right. And I'm guessing for young students, older students, but to have that body awareness and that upside down awareness that you talk a lot about would just give that overall understanding, I think, of anatomy and biomechanics, and just really integrates it into everything that they do, that they have an awareness that maybe not everybody, that's not available to everybody who hasn't had these experiences before. So thank you so much for that. What do you think the biggest, for studio owners maybe who are hesitant about engaging in aerial arts, knowing what they know about acrobatic arts, knowing what they know about the other platforms for dance or genres of dance? What do you think the biggest hesitation is, and what would you say to a teacher who's on the cusp of embarking on their aerial journey but just hasn't got there yet?
I think the biggest hesitation is potentially going into the unknown about rigging. And in our course, we really connect with you and guide you about talking to an engineer, how to talk, what questions to ask. And so my best advice for brand new is to invest in an A-frame, just a freestanding rig. It comes engineer certified. It fits in your facility. You can get them at certain heights, and then you have one point to work with. Start with just one and learn it yourself. Start at primary, grow with your students in the progressions and the syllabus, and then from there you'll get so much more interest, and then you'll have more money from workshops and from classes to be able to invest in the rigging if that's where you want to go, or another A-frame. So I think it's just the unknown of the rigging because it's a bit scary and if you don't know about it. And we teach you how to understand that and how to ask the right questions to the professionals in the industry about that. So I think you should just jump and fly with us.
I love it. And great recommendation to start with that A-frame. Thank you so much, Meaghan. So many good things in this presentation. Once again, would you like to introduce and let your demonstrators take a bow if they're still there?
Let's do a bow. Demonstrators, come and say hello and thank you. So we have Thea and we have Maya and Eva. Can you say hello and thank you?
Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Meaghan. Thank you, teachers. If you're interested in introducing aerial arts to your studio or enhancing what you're currently doing and working with professionals like Meaghan Wegg, visit acrobaticarts.com for upcoming opportunities for our aerial silks and aerial hoop workshops and certifications. Thank you so much, teachers. See you again next time. Bye.
Bye.
That is it for us today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye.